Hi guys, my name is Gibson Sa. I'm a Brazilian Jiu Jitsu black belt. Been training Jiu Jitsu for over 20 years. I have my father and my brother as my teachers. My dad is a red belt. He's a 10th-degree black belt. He's been a black belt since 1959. My brother is a 6th-degree black belt. The guy is black belt in 1985. I'm part of SAS team BJJ. We've been in the United States over 4 years now, and we're very excited, to be part of this competition, and I'm sure it's going to be great athletes in there, and very excited to show our jiu-jitsu level to Colombia one more time, and I think it's going to be very exciting. People say around 22 black belts right now in the world. They're legit black belts, because a lot of people, it's a bad thing, but a lot of people fake the ranks and everything. But my daddy is a red belt, and he's been awarded to his black belt in 1959. He's been training since '54. Just as a black belt, he's over 50 years. He was the pioneer in our state, and right now we have over 250 schools just in the state doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and for him, every time that I talk to him, it's priceless for him. Seeing all the result that he started when it's just like Colombia. A lot of times when I think about Colombia, I remember my daddy saying that when he started in Fortaleza, in our city in Brazil, it was just him and a couple more people, and everybody just want to talk and not fight and anything. And now we are one of the best cities in the country in Brazil too, as BJJ wise. Many world champions. Our team is very, very strong. So I'm excited for that. It's definitely a pleasure having my father, as a red belt. Every time that I'm on the mats, I feel like a baby, when he and my brother are on the mats, because there's so much knowledge and so much time. So I'm just, like I said, I'm a baby, in jiu-jitsu. People in Brazil have a lot of ego, we're very proud of anything that we do, especially fighting, everything that you do in Brazil, it's hard. So I guess we appreciate it more. The difference is time and effort. Americans have a lot more support, I would say, because right now a lot of good black belts in here, the top level black belts, they're living here. So it's definitely a big pro to US. I think people think a lot more about the belts in here than the ranking. It's, I guess, something that's new for them. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is fairly new for a lot of Americans, so they don't understand the belt system. They don't understand that you can be a black belt before 18 years old. And like I said, for us, it really is about the level, because in Brazil there's a lot of competitions every weekend. People always put themselves to be tested, But I would say United States in the next 5-10 years, they're gonna be even up with Brazil as level. I see Rafael Lovato, he's an American guy. He just went to Brazil and won the open weight. It's first time that happened. So Brazilians are pretty upset about it. But Americans, they definitely have the biggest support. Supplementation is a lot easier here than in Brazil. Supplements are very expensive. Trips to, imagine for you to travel from over there to come compete at the Worlds, you got to spend over $3,500, just to traveling, to spend 3 days in California and compete. So I think United States have everything that they need to beat Brazil in a longer time. It's just got to think more about the level than on the belts. But you guys are, I'm glad I'm here because I'm gonna be able to see that progression.
My first tournament was 3 months after I started training at the Gracie Bar. Again, I started competing because it was fun. My professor always organized like 40 people, put 40 people in the bus, start traveling Brazil, and let's go compete. That's how I start. It's a fun environment. If you have imagined in your home school, have 40 people go compete, it was funny. That's how I start. I did my first tournament called, the name of the city called Kisaman. I did my class. My class I got 2nd place, and I did the open class, and the open class I got a gold. It was funny because after I did my first match, I kind of relaxed a little bit more. Was more comfortable with the whole situation, the people's yelling, all those people around on the tournament. And I entered the open class, I win, and it was a fun time, but it was more about to go, travel for a couple hours, and have fun with my friends. That's all it was all about. My whole story is to start competing actually in a I did a couple of tournaments as a blue belt, but Jiu-Jitsu always for me was a lifestyle. I always have a job. I started to work as a 13 years old, so Jiu-Jitsu always was in the lunchtime. Work all day long, study at night, coming home, coming 12 o'clock in the lunchtime, is training Jiu-Jitsu, and the tournament was that idea. Go for the tournament, 40 friends, and let's go have fun. Let's go have a funny day, yell in the tournament, support your friends. I believe I was getting more excited because I saw my friends compete. The friends actually was in the competition team. That to me participated in the tournament. That was never the big point. I was more happy for my friends than for me. I was part of the big team. That was the whole point. I think everybody wants to be part of something big. And our school was so big, and I was like, man, it was great. My friends was in newspaper, and I was so proud to see my friends in the newspaper, my friends in the magazine. I never thought one day my picture is gonna be that too. So when I more toward the end of my blue belt, I was already helping my professor in the army in Brazil to teach, but it was more to be more involved with the Jiu-Jitsu. My professor at one point he told me, listen, you close to get your purple belt, learn how to teach Jiu-Jitsu. My professor always told me that you have more talent to teach than to compete. Quick competition. That was the main thing. He always told me that. And I was like, no, Adam, you crazy. I like to compete, I like to have fun. Because the fun environment, the energy, the adrenaline in the tournament is amazing feeling. That's why. So more toward to the blue belt, I start to compete in one tournament, two tournaments, and start to win sometimes. People start to know my name. Everybody know my nickname from Brazil is Lacerda. So everybody when they shake my hands in the street is like, hey Lacerda. They never say my name anymore. It's like, no, my name is Diogo. Oh, no, we know you because it's Lacerda. And that's how we start everything. So people start to know me inside my hometown. When I come to my purple belt, I quit my job. The lifestyle was not very good at that point with the job. So I quit my job, I started competing more. That was the point when a friend of mine worked for a soccer team. He's an amazing personal trainer. Today, actually, he's an Indian, as a personal trainer for Indian soccer club there. And he's just coming to me, he's like, Joe, you need a personal trainer. And he showed me that the professional idea about the fight. I hired him as a professional trainer. I started competing more. I started making money off of the tournaments. Okay. I started building my own income off of those tournaments, and I was like, man, that's great. I train Jiu-Jitsu, I fight, I make money, have a good lifestyle. Man, I was so happy in that, and I stopped looking for a job. Eventually, I get a athlete bonus from my city. My city pay all the professional athletes to compete. From judo, karate, taekwondo, soccer, from surfing, and they give you personal training, physical doctor, and orthopedic for you. So you have all those amazing professionals for you. That's when they start to pay me to compete as well. When I was purple belt, start to compete every other week. Because once you get that job, my professor was putting me a calendar, that's those tournaments you have to compete. And I start to compete, I start to have fun. I start to having that feeling, man, every single tournament I go, I step in the portal, that's an amazing feeling. So that's how I start to compete more. As a brown belt, I compete a couple more tournaments. I get a third place in the state of Rio. I get that third place. That's where my professor's brother told me, you need to go to the United States. Let's go to the United States. That was more toward to the end of my brown belt when I came to the United States. And then in the United States, I competed a couple of tournaments, but I started to teach so much, and competition was not a priority after I came to the United States. Will become a priority again at some point in my life, but the competition right now is my second, it's just for fun. Become a fun again, like I was doing as a white belt. If you win or loss, doesn't matter. It's not gonna change my Monday. Monday I'm gonna get back in the school teaching.
Well, inside an athlete's arena, which is the business I own, it's a sports training facility, CrossFit facility inside the Plex, a big multi-sport place here in Colombia. We have arena jiu-jitsu, adjusting rig. And we have a decent sized school. It's about 20 to 25 guys on the mat, 2 or 3 days a week. And more, had a good sized kids class. And a lot of our guys have traveled and competed. And the Sorinex Summer Strong, when we were all under one building, was something we did as a birthday celebration for Richard Soren, who started Sorinex exercise equipment. We're like, hey, what if we do something where we bring people in to come in and they do feats of strength and they talk and we have a workout, come just like a camaraderie festival for all our friends. Well, slowly it's kind of grown into getting bigger and bigger to, the last 2 years we've had impromptu speakers that were friends of ours that were there, and all of a sudden they started talking, they bring some people around and say, hey, so-and-so's going to talk about, fitness training and sports training and, somebody's breaking records and, grip strength and things like that. So it kind of was impromptu. It kind of moved into something where a lot of people enjoyed, a lot of people hung out and not only just learned, but, got to try certain techniques and events. Don McCauley's an Olympic weightlifting coach. He came in and did a 2-hour seminar on Olympic weightlifting. So this year, when Athletes Arena moved inside our new buildings, we thought we could really do something big and special. And since we have a Jiu Jitsu program here that's decently growing, our guys love it, we're like, hey, what if part of all the CrossFit and the Olympic lifting and the educational seminars on fitness and wellness and nutrition, what if we just try to get some people in here to do a Jiu Jitsu tournament? It'll help our Jiu Jitsu program grow. It'll, help people see what Jiu Jitsu really is. Our school is pretty interesting in that, we're a Helios and Eka school, but we don't get caught up in who your affiliation is and who you train under and who my guys can't come train over there or, that kind of stuff. We are an open door school. We invite people over to train, try to meet people to go train. We don't care who you train with. We don't care what system you train with. We just want to get good at Jiu Jitsu and learn it and enjoy the culture, the brotherhood of it, I guess, And we kind of want to do this tournament as a way to promote that. And, it's hard to find people to get on the mat and compete, but, it's been 2 months to try and pump it, and it's just something we've always wanted to do. If it grows into something bigger, I'd love to have it be a bigger tournament. Obviously, we want to. Maybe what we could do in the future was, have a 16-man tournament, invite only, with some people, cash support, but then do a tournament underneath it with more divisions. Because how it is. Once you go to, I've gone to tournaments before where I wasn't competing, and once I got there, I'm like, man, I wish I had my key. You know what I'm saying? I compete, I do it. But, if it grew into something bigger, that'd be great. Ultimately, we just want to provide something for the community so people see Jiu Jitsu. And see what it is, and see, Jiu Jitsu is a true art. It's something that, once you get on the mat, people just tend to fall in love with it. It changes who you are. It really does. I'm a big believer that Jiu Jitsu will change who you are. So I just want to be able to share that. I have a passion with it, and we have a passion about it. There's a lot of other people that have passion for it. We just want to share that passion. We're also having CrossFit competition down here, along with the Jiu Jitsu tournament. A lot of things that are going to be visually appealing, a lot of educational opportunities for people, and ultimately just a way for people to network and meet people. What happens later on in the day is we have open gym times where people come in and can learn from the presenters on lifting and can learn, try some of the lifts they see. We're even going to have one of the workouts is going to be available for people who come here to try it, to see how hard it is, to see how challenging it is, to honestly to see how fun and rewarding fitness can be. I think, our original concept is like a little mini Arnold, because this, like you said, the fitness culture is fun to be around. The competition is fun to be around. Seeing people work hard is encouraging. We got a clips from old summer song where everybody's cheering each other on. Everybody wants everybody to do the best they can. Not, do you want to win? Yeah, but you want to be the best version of you that day. And if that's, 7 minutes on a workout where someone else did 5, well, as long as you're the best version of you, that's what we want. Because fitness is fun. If you look at this, I was doing some research today. If you look at the statistics in America, the problem is that we don't have enough jiu-jitsu as a way of fitness. You got guys that done jiu-jitsu that lost 30 pounds in the first 3 months just because they're moving around.
Right.
You know, we got CrossFit members that lost 30 pounds in 3 months. You know, we got guys coming in here now think they want to compete in an Olympic weightlifting meet because they're working out. You know, and it's fun for them. It's a culture. And if something like this motivates somebody to come work out, to swing a kettlebell, to, you know, go join a gym, to join jiu-jitsu, that's what we want to promote. You know, fitness, wellness, you know, being in shape, doing something fun, picking up a hobby, let alone something like jiu-jitsu that'll change your life. You don't know anything where, you know, like this last metaphors, you know, boring if you want to say it, whatever, there's some good mention. But, you know, there's some times that was, you know, they got to the edge of the mat, they pulled the two competitors, I think it was Calvayo and Lovato Jr., and they pulled them back to the middle, they slap hands, bump fists, and they go at it again. You know, it's a personal respect in that sport. You know, you see it in a lot of cultures like CrossFit, you see it in Olympic lifting, you see it in many other forms of fitness. I don't give a, you know, what culture it is, you see the camaraderie in it. And I want people to see that. You know, I want it to be what we represent. You know, as a business, I know that's what Sorinex wants to represent. You know, is you know, Richard's a lot about grip strength. You know, you see somebody coming in here and shut the number 3.5 gripper. Well, the grippers are available for you to see it, to try it, and to realize how just amazing of a feat that is. All the presenters come down are excited, the competitors are excited, and it's going to be a good culture here. The facility our business inside of is called the Flex Indoor Sports business inside here. And the general manager here, who loves he actually started jiu-jitsu when we started. He loves it, you know. He's even thought about putting down mats on the turf, big soccer turf we had, and having larger tournaments here, you know, and, you know, doing things like that. And that's a big thing to take on. I respect anybody that puts on a tournament, because you know what, you're always going to have people talk proudly about a tournament, and you're always going to have people bash a tournament. You know, anytime you put yourself out there and do a tournament, some people are going to love you, some people are going to hate you. Not just the Summer Strong, but just small tournaments, and let alone a really big tournament. You know, so, you know, any support we get and any help we get, that's exciting.